It is a known thing that people will say, Brandy hit someone in the car, you're in their head, you're thinking, you always think that it's going to be 100% they're coming out of club lockdown. Yeah. But in this case, that's what we know about it. Brandy Norwood.
She just smoked with some weed, man. That's all.
Slight traces could have been from days ago.
Exactly.
Also, yeah, that's not really
I think weed lasts like 6 months, and I don't know anything about weed.
Yeah. That must have been, like, she just walked by a joint.
Could have been.
Who's your next one?
Lead Belly. I picked the song Where Did You Sleep Last Night because it's probably the one everybody knows because Nirvana covered it at the MTV Unplugged. So Lead Belly, this is old, right? Lead Belly was born in 1888. That's how fucking old he was. And he died in 1949. He was born Hoodie William Ledbetter. So there's a big kind of... Nobody can really figure out where the name Lead Belly came from. They reckon it was with his accent when he said Ledbetter. It sounded like Lead Belly.
But Lead Belly is not someone that died from getting shot in the belly. I'll fill your belly full of lead.
Yeah, it kind of came after. There was a million people said that like it's because he could eat loads of stuff and who knows, right? Lead Belly anyway was his name.
Better not start calling me that.
No, I'll call you Nostrils.
Oh, you dickhead.
I was thinking you should change your name to Polly Diamonds. That'd be cool now.
I do have quite big nostrils, especially when I flared them out. That was my nickname in school. A bullying term which I told Gar. Now he brought up in the podcast.
It's too late
to
now.
hurt me now.
Yeah.
Ah, well.
It's all over. I never had
What did Lead Belly do? Please tell me he shot someone in the stomach.
He didn't.
Okay.
So he had a kind of a weird little history. He was arrested a bunch of times. I mean, a fucking load of times in his life. He was a hairy fucker, like. He liked throwing them hands and acting the bollocks, right? Big fan of acting the bollocks. So between like 1915 and 1939, he was, Jesus, he must have been in jail like 9 times. Doing fucking time, like. Not just overnights, you know. But in 1918, he's finally actually put into proper hardcore jail because he killed his cousin.
Why do you do that?
Over a board. Over a woman.
Can't be saying over a woman. He killed someone because he killed someone.
Now, he killed someone over a woman. Him and his cousin were having a big row. Him and his cousin were having a big fucking row.
And his cousin went, smell my finger.
Exactly. And he was like, can't do that. I'm Lead Belly.
Did he do?
No, I don't know. But he killed his cousin. He killed his cousin over a woman. Now, what's weird about it, trying to get details over how he killed the guy is kind of...
Probably because it was written on parchment back then.
Exactly. Chiseled into stone. It's hard to get details on how he actually killed him. I'm assuming he knifed him. I don't think there'd be too much shooting involved. It's pretty early days. He kills her over a woman. But this all happened while he was on the run after escaping being on a chain gang.
Where did you sleep last night?
Exactly.
It's all coming around.
So he's been imprisoned. He's doing time for another offence. And he does a full-on fucking Shawshank Redemption job and legs it from the chain gang. Off he goes. Disappears into the ether. Probably goes on the piss.
They fucking lost their best singer.
Oh. It goes full circle now.
Is that wrong that I said that?
No. Everybody sings in the chain gang.
No, but I'm saying, oh fuck man, he was the good baritone, like you needed him.
Who's McCall? Who's that like that band that everybody likes?
Queens of the Stone Age.
No, they're like they're kind of satanic and they do loads of chain gang music. I keep saying hustle and flow, but it's not. It's like Valor and fucking something.
Oh, I think another band you're talking about. Yeah,
I can't remember.
Yeah.
They have loads of that kind of chain gang music incorporated, and like, then it goes into weird kind of black metal bit for a second.
You're thinking of Zeal and Ardor.
That's them.
Swiss.
Yes, Zeal and Ardor. That's them.
I think he's Swiss.
Lead Belly invented that.
It's yeah.
So yeah, he's on the run from the chain gang. Killed his cousin. His cousin's name was Will Stafford in a fight, and he goes to jail. So this is where it gets real weird. He gets out of jail. He gets out of jail after 7 years because the governor of the state, I think it was Missouri, I'm not sure. The governor of the state where he's imprisoned is a massive Lead Belly fan.
This is a common theme.
This is a theme. This is absolutely a theme. The governor is a big fan. So what the Lead Belly writes him a song. He writes him a song, writes the lyrics down, mails it off to the governor. So like, listen, I'm after writing a song, like, big fan of you. And the governor writes him back, big fan of you, Mr. Lead Belly. How would you like to get out?
Oh, Jesus. What year was this?
It would have been Jesus, 1940,
Hickety do that.
I was going to say. I'm going to say 1940.
They definitely would have had the power. There was no one going to be writing posts about that. That wasn't going to turn up as a voice documentary.
Absolutely.
He was getting away with letting him out for a song.
Yeah. So yeah, the governor was a big fan. But what the governor used to do while Leadbelly was in jail, because he was in there for 7 years before he was let out.
Bootleg all of his records.
No, but kind of. But what he used to do, he would get all his pals together and bring them into the prison and have Leadbelly do gigs for them in the prison. So we got private, because Leadbelly would have been a big name even back then.
Would you like to play a gig or just go back down to cleaning the toilets?
Exactly.
Let me think about that one. I'll do the gig.
Yeah. Give me that guitar there.
Yeah. Exactly. I know how to play that.
Yeah,
quicker
I'm good at that.
I'm much better at using a guitar for songs than I am a toothbrush for cleaning the jacks.
Yeah, and fighting off, getting railed on. Like, for real. I'm going to write you a song. But yeah, he got away with it. Let out of jail after 7 years for killing his cousin. But yeah, definitely 100% killed his cousin. What's real weird when you go looking...
Do you reckon you get out nowadays for 7 years anyway for killing your cousin? That sounds about right in America, doesn't it? I don't know.
You either do a life sentence...
Oh, he's black, isn't he? No, he's not getting out.
Oh, he's absolutely not.
No,
well,
nowadays,
yeah,
I mean, nowadays he's not.
No.
Absolutely not.
But yeah, the whole thing is bananas. When you read the details of his life, his murder is like a real short sentence. Like, not like as in a prison sentence, a written sentence. It's like, killed his cousin over a woman. And then it jumps at 7 years later, he gets to jail. Like, it's real hard to find out details once again.
Yeah.
Like, it's so long ago, nobody can even decide why he's called Leadbelly, let alone why he fucking killed somebody, you know?
He didn't put it in a song, right?
Exactly, yeah, I didn't write a song about it. But yeah, that's Leadbelly. Where Did You Sleep Last Night? Absolute banana song. Yeah. Insane song. But yeah, there's another murder and scumbag. Here's your next one.
On the topic of murder and scumbags, Bard Guldvig Ethan, a.k.a. Faust. From Emperor. He's probably a proper psychopath.
Yep.
No, I'll go into that later. So Faust kind of coaxed a man into the woods, a gay man into the woods. Now, Faust said he coaxed him in under the pretense that he was going to do stuff with him, sexy stuff with him.
A few little bangings.
Yeah, so what he did was he coaxed him out there. Now, apparently Faust was at the time like, I'd love to kill someone. Because
I'd be mad into that.
All my mates are burning down churches and stabbing. Well, then this was probably after. Before. Yeah, they're all into mad stuff. All I do was play drums or whatever.
Nothing to do in Nordic Europe.
Nothing to do. So because he carried a knife with him at all times. Now, he said that I think initially he said that I just met him in the woods. Then it was like I coaxed him into the woods. I'm like, mate, you're gay.
Straight up. Imagine.
You're gay, but look, there's nothing fucking... I'm just...
Set the scene.
Yeah.
You go for a walk in the woods and you meet another random dude in the woods. What do? You run, don't you? Would you not run?
Yeah. Well,
me personally...
Well, no, hang on. Like, if your mum was like, any chance to the old sex, I'd be like, no, I'm alright, man, thanks.
Yeah, grand.
Keep walking.
Yeah.
Or run.
Or like, how good are you at the old sex?
Yeah, like it's listen. Remember in the movie Lords of Chaos, they call it a movie.
I haven't seen
in
it.
That they go against it and they say they lured him into the thing.
Yeah.
I'm going to go one step further and I'm just going to say Faust was a gay man who didn't want, he wanted to hit it and quit it.
Oh.
You see,
under the coniferous
a lot of people think that homosexuality was rife in that community where you couldn't be. In that, do you know, in Norway in the 90s or whatever like that.
The black metal scene would have been rather closed off as well. Like
what he did say was, I didn't do it for satanic reasons. I did it because I wanted to kill someone.
Really?
So he stabbed him reportedly 37 times and then repeatedly kicked him in the head because he's a fucking dirtbag.
Scum.
Police didn't have any suspects, but here's the thing: this lad's gone around telling everyone that he did it because
Really?
that's what it's for. That's what the whole thing was for.
Bragging
You know,
rights, yeah.
bragging. Apparently, Danny Filth met him at a party, and Danny Filth he put his arm around. And goes, "Let's get." Danny Filth was like, "This guy's a lovely fella." He goes, "Oh yeah, killed a gay man in the woods, stabbed him loads of times." Danny Filth was like, "Okay."
Danny Filth is so small he could have used him as a dildo.
Yeah,
should have. That would have been better than killing people. To be fair.
No, but don't remember, Faust's not gay.
Oh right, okay.
Okay, you know, because he's not gay.
Yeah.
They hadn't after obviously fucking Varg was arrested for the murder of Euronymous. I think that's when it all started to come out. Yeah. Don't know if he ratted him or just the police went, did he do it? Varg was like, don't know.
Did he?
Wink, wink. He was arrested. How many years did he do? He was sentenced to 14, but he did...
14 for killing someone?
In that horrible way. Not only that, he got out 9.5 for good behaviour.
I could do 14 years, do you know that? Be like a little holiday. If it was a good jail,
14 years.
I could do 14 years. I think I could. If it was a solid jail.
For
I couldn't
what,
do, like, for whatever.
Like if you were just done by accident or you've done wrongful imprisonment.
Yeah, as long as I knew, like, this is a lovely holiday.
So you'd be like, all right, I'll take it.
14 years off?
You just want to sit down and
you
do
don't
nothing.
understand. I've been breaking my whole for my.
You could finish The Witcher.
I could finish
The Witcher 3.
As long as the telly was big enough that I could read the writing.
Yeah. Listen, I think this guy's a scumbag. Now, he's still doing loads of... I read another really weird story with Casey Chaos. Casey Chaos from Amen, who I like Amen. Don't ever listen to him talking about anything.
No, he's a fucking idiot. I met him, he's a fucking dope.
Yeah. Well, he has Faust in one of his bands, or had at one stage. Yeah. And he also has another guy from Emperor in that band. I can't remember the name of them. They're called Scrum or something like that. I can't remember the name of them. But I remember him giving an interview going, listen, he did his time, blah, 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 that's grand. He said, the real crime is that those two musicians haven't played together till I got them together. Ugh. No, mate, the real crime is that your man got stabbed to death.
How about that being
I hate when people say shit like that. The real crime is, that's when I was like, Jesus, I'm never reading another thing by Casey Chaos ever again.
Idiot. He also only put out 2 good albums with Amen.
Yeah, two.
The first 2, that's it.
Yeah.
The third
then
one,
it went
that
a bit.
California.
Then it went, it's like Rancid or something.
Yeah, they eventually went down that route.
Yeah. So that was my third one. Who's your third one?
An absolute scumbag.
We're getting into dirt bag territory now.
This is the worst one. Ideally, I would have kept this one for last, but let's hit the high point here, right?
Okay.
So it's a rapper. Jesus Christ, this is fucking horrific. I'm laughing because it's bad. A guy called Big Lurch. Now, I had heard of Big Lurch.
Yeah, I've heard of the name.
Before this.
Yeah, me too.
So, Jesus Christ. Big Lurch had this weird style. If you listen to his track, I picked the track Texas Boy, which would be kind of a well-known song by him. And he had this particular, what I call acid rap. And I think all acid rap pretty much goes back to Esham in Detroit, who I've talked about before. There's a really good podcast to be made about Esham. So, it would have been considered horrorcore.
Right.
Because he has this particular kind of spoken word style. Now,
that's a mad genre of rap.
See, horrorcore is more reliant on the contents more than the music.
Yeah, I like when they do put it, like sometimes Tyler the Creator will put those creepy sounds in, and that has that real actual horror sound. But I know what you mean, just that.
It's just like he wouldn't have been.
It's like the Cannibal Corpse. When he's lyrically, it's just like the Cannibal Corpse.
Yeah,
stuff. Yeah, I get you.
Like he's this fucking scumbag started living what he was fucking writing, you know? So, Big Lurch. Here we go. His missus doesn't live with him. His girlfriend. He thinks that his girlfriend is cheating on him with one of her roommates. She shares a house with 2 guys, I think. So, Big Lurch decides this guy is fucking hell, this is disgraceful. He thinks that she is cheating on him with one of the guys in the house. So, he goes over to the house one night. Now, apparently at the time, he was mad into PCP.
Oh.
Because all he done was PCP.
Isn't that the stuff that makes you just do batshit stuff?
Bath salt, essentially. Yeah. Like you
see videos on Reddit of those people on it, and it's just...
Yeah, it's outrageous.
They're either going to kill someone or kill themselves or hurt someone. Someone's getting hurt.
Yeah, so his girlfriend's name is Tanisha Yas, is her name, or Yas. And fucking hell, it's fucking horrific. So it's 2002 what happens. It's in Los Angeles. I think he's from Texas, I think, originally. But he's based in LA now because that's where the labels are and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
He goes over to the house and... fucking hell. He goes over to the house. He kills her. He kills his girlfriend. He accuses her of cheating. Kills the girlfriend. He doesn't just kill her.
No.
He eats bits of her. Right? He essentially tears her asunder. He cracks open her ribs.
It's just the PCP shit.
He blames PCP.
Like, to be honest with you, I'm not going to fucking defend him, but that sounds like a PCP. Like, where you do something that... like in his head, that'll give me extra life, or that'll bring her back to life for either. I don't know what. I'm not going to defend that cunt. Scummy. First of all, you take that drug and you're responsible for everything you do on it. But
he kills her. He chops open her chest. He pulls her lungs out.
Of course he does. Yeah.
Yeah, of course. That's what you do. When the body is found, she has bite marks all over her face, and she has bite marks in her lungs that are external to her body. She's basically been eviscerated. When he's found, he's completely naked, running through the streets of Los Angeles. Covered in blood.
We got to re-edit this for a trigger warning from me.
For you?
Yeah, right now.
When he's found, he's completely naked, he's covered in blood. He attempts to claim temporary insanity. due to the fact that he'd been smoking PCP. Now, when they blood tested him, the PCP in his body wasn't current. It was from a day or two beforehand. So he didn't do PCP that day, apparently. So he's charged with murder.